Well, this might be the UK Open, but they come from far and wide. Haupai Puha, the New Zealander, in the second year of his tour card, playing in his second UK Open. Last year, it was this stage he reached before losing to Wesley Plazier, who we saw get beaten earlier, defeated Jelle Klassen on the main stage in round one. But the most interesting story of this match has to be Aden Kirk. Like Puha, he's making his second UK Open appearance, 11 years on from his first, and it's fair to say he made quite an impression. Wins over Conan Whitehead, Gerwin Price, Phil Taylor in a match where the power somehow bust 130 in consecutive visits, and Peter Wright. He ultimately lost to Brendan Dolan in the last 16 stage. He did all that while wearing purple. Look what colour is adorned on his shirt. That surely cannot be a coincidence. Kirk is here by virtue of being one of the best performing Challenge Tour players from 2024. And he's already taken out a man who made history last weekend in Charlie Manby. So, Nico, this is actually set up to be a really, really interesting tie. And there's lots of little subplots in there that we can look forward to.
First things first, there are no coincidences. He's wearing purple for a reason. He's trying to unearth the spirit of 2014 from the Starship Enterprise, is the captain. Yes, they come from far and wide, New Zealand and the Starship Enterprise.
140.
But this is the kind of game you get from the UK Open. You've got history, you've got likelihoods,
41.
you've got form. Because Aden Kirk over the last year and a half has played some fabulous starts. And what you're going to get from this New Zealander is pride.
100.
He is the sole Kiwi with a tour card. And he's flying the flag for New Zealand very passionately, in his own chilled way.
Yeah, he's a man of few words, is Haupai Puha. He is an incredibly laid-back character.
41.
He plays the game in a chilled-out manner as well. There doesn't seem to be any stress. He breezes the darts into the board.
100.
Kirk barreling them through there.
80.
Kirk Bevin's doing the calling.
Kirk's everywhere.
Too many, if you ask me.
50.
Off you go, Bevins.
I'm going to tell him you said that.
Oh, no, I'll tell him that.
Well, Aden Kirk has got to be taken seriously. Over the last 12 months, he's played some seriously good darts.
45.
And he expects a lot from himself these days.
170 not going to go. Aden Kirk was in a very good position to get a tour card at Q School. He accumulated a lot of points in the first 2 days, but fell short towards the end. Is he going to fall short here? How much of that bullseye's blocked?
84.
A considerable amount by the looks of things.
Yeah, too much. He went to the right side, but just couldn't elevate that dart enough to get away from that blocker. Speaking of elevation, he's got to hurdle that for tops.
34.
I think it hit the flight on the way through and skewed towards the fives. Kirk chooses 16s.
16.
And yet another shot where he's blocked and he can't get past. Access denied.
Gash on the first leg.
Puha says thank you very much. I'll have that break of throw.
Game on.
Now, where does Puha's haircut rank for you on the list of 10 best tour haircuts? It's got to be a top 5, surely.
I've got to be honest, it's not what I'm personally looking for in a haircut.
I'm surprised by that. I was pretty sure there was going to be a photograph of him on your wall saying, I want to be like him.
I am a little bit too follically challenged, shall we say, to have Haupai Puha's hairstyle.
Come on, you've seen Danny Nobbert's hair growth. Anything's possible.
99.
Yeah, darts is full of cool cats now, but Aden looks a little different to what he did 11 years ago.
Yeah, speaking of follically challenged.
$435.
Doesn't matter whether you're follically challenged, as long as you're challenging and in the hat.
Challenging on the Challenge Tour. That's what Aden Kirk has been doing. Great form on it last year. He was able to play in several Players' Championship events as a player to fill in from that list. And he's already done the same this year. He went to Rosmarlen a couple of weeks ago. And he did manage to win a game in both tournaments. So that's a couple of grand of prize money. And for a player who's not on the tour full time, it is that prize money that can fund further adventures in darts.
Absolutely right. I remember he had a game with Gary Anderson last year and he gave him one almighty scare. And this is when Gary was at the peak of his powers. Speaking of power, he can cut the power at Minehead. But can he cut Puha? Not on this occasion. Cool darts from Hopes. He's not going to get carried away with the fact that there's a golf course about 200 meters away from this place.
93.
Without a shadow of a doubt, the best golfer on tour by a long, long way.
He's scratch handicap, isn't he? Used
Better
to be
than that.
professional.
Yeah, he's better than Scratch.
60.
It's an interesting case, Haupai Puha, because he won his tour card in Germany at the start of last year, played all of the Pro Tours, but from sort of August, September onwards, he wasn't playing in them. I believe he was back in New Zealand, playing the New Zealand Tour, doing a few Australian events. So you really have to take your hat off to anyone who is willing to give it a go from that part of the world. It's why Damon Heta is one of the most respected players on tour. It's why Simon Whitlock has loads of respect to his name. And yourself, Paul.
Quite a lot of players have done the whole sacrifice thing.
57.
Kyle Anderson did it too. Bless him. But I respect anybody who is willing to give everything they've got for this tour to try and get the success that they dream about. And someone like Hopes, who has been backwards and forwards to the UK and Europe over the last 10 years, constantly knocking on the door. It's hard. It's really, really tough. You consider what Damon Heta has done. He won a title in his first season.
144.
That doesn't happen to everybody. Some people have to work just a little bit harder to get any sort of success.
Well, that could have gone much better.
150.
However, 150 is a huge ask. And 150 is not going to be taken out by a single 5 with the first dart.
43. Over 114.
Not going to use the down under route, which is getting a little bit more popularity, and now he's probably hoping you wish he had. He can mop up a little bit here.
82. Aden 107.
Needs to get on the board. 86 left. Good recovery.
75.
But again, double 16 denies him.
32. On the third leg.
Every time he's on the outer ring, he looks more assured than Kirk.
Haupai to throw first.
That's a 3-0 lead for Puha. This game was very, very tough to call. Maybe as close to a 50-50 game as we'll have on board 2 for you this entire weekend. But right now, one guy is dominating on the score sheet.
Well, it's been feast or famine for Kirk, because even though he's only averaging 73 after 3 legs, he's hit a couple of 180s.
60.
I'll tell you something, we have had a selection of very, very tight games on the outer boards. We saw Radek Sagansky beat Benjamin Royce 6-5. We've had another 4 6-5 scores. The aforementioned Nico Springer. George Killington has overcome Owen Bates 6-5. Lucas Veinig will play Kim Hybrex on this stage later on because he's beaten Paul Rowley. And it's not exactly bellissimo for Michele because Toretta has been down 6-5 by Tommy Lishman.
100.
Matthew Dennant's beaten Andy Bolton as well by 6 legs to 3. That's a round 2 game at the UK Open. 2 very, very experienced players. But it's Dennant who makes it through to round 3. All trying to get into the top 64. To be in the hat to get
96.
possibly a main stage game. But is it fair to say, Dan, that someone like Matt Dennant, he'd prefer to play on an outside board later on today because it means he's not up against Littler or Humphreys or Price or someone like that?
Possibly, but I mean, you look at all the wild cards that could end up on the outer boards, and you look and you think,
93.
how are you not on the main stage or stage 2? Oh, because they are. Well, that 145 would have been worthy of the main stage, but it's not going to go. So Haupai Puha to establish a 4-0 advantage. I don't think he'll have expected this to be as comfortable as it's been.
Still needs double 8. Very good. It hasn't been a clinic when it comes to scoring, but on the outer ring, he's been crisp.
Update from the main stage as well. Scotland has triumphed over England. Willie Borland, a 6-2 winner against Brett Claydon. Darryl Pilgrim's 1 leg away. No, he's not. He has won his round 2 match against Jitse van der Velde 6-2. Steve Lennon and Dom Taylor, that's 3 apiece. Alexander Merckx, who was so impressive in his round 1 match, has got a bit of work to do. Nathan Gervin 2-0 up against him.
After winning his first game today, I'm sure that Aden was thinking today's going to be another good day at Minehead. There are no guarantees, though. And he's paid the price for every miss he's had at the outer ring. You can sense the anxiety in this game from Aden. But there is no anxiety around Puha. His aura right now is so relaxed.
44.
Had to go searching for the bull because of that stray dart in the single 5 and then couldn't even hit the 25.
He's got to stay up top, really. Treble 19 is an option.
59.
He's just making sure that his switch didn't leave a bogey number there.
Well, the man in the crowd took the words out of my mouth. That was better from Aden Kirk. Still only emerges with a ton,
140.
but it's a very makeable 2-dart shot.
He's got to find this. Tops. More like it from the captain. Star date 28:02, 2025. Mark 1 needs 5 more.
I'll translate. That means Aden Kirk has won his first leg.
99.
Still trails 4-1 though.
Live long and prosper, Dan.
140.
It's going to be Christian Kist against Chris Landman after this. An old Dutch clash. Christian has taken out Daniel Perry in the first round. Not a classic game, but a game he has won. Is this a situation where Kirk can thrive now? The gloves are off. He's now got a double. Now starting to feel a bit more confidence. I can't explain just how difficult it is, Dan, when you're going from stage to stage. That's what this tournament really does give you. Uncertainty. You're on the outside boards. You're then in Red's bar. you could then go onto a third different stage in the same afternoon. This is not what these players are used to week in, week out.
60. Here we go, 161. 46. Haupai, here we go, 130.
Double chance shot. Double 5. Oh, it's a beauty. It's a beauty from Haupai Puha. And that will probably dash the hopes of Aden Kirk. He now has to win 5 legs on the spin.
140.
That was so impressive. It's like he went to the local Minehead beach, ordered crab and chips and said, that thing's solid, give me a sledgehammer and smash. What a shot. All of the momentum was starting to change towards Aden Kirk, and Puha was having none of it.
96.
For me, that's the shot of the afternoon. Just because of the sheer timing of it. Stunning.
96.
Never mind crab and chips. Kirk will
58.
feel like he got nipped by a crab.
He will feel like a balloon right now that's been hit by a porcupine.
57.
And his UK Open might be about to go pop. Maybe not in this leg, but potentially in the next one. What Aden's got to do is exactly what
140.
a certain German player this afternoon has done in his second match, in recovering from 5-1 down. So it's possible. It's just improbable.
40.
But the possibility will increase if he can take 67 out. He's got 6 darts to do it if needs be.
35.
We'll return for another visit.
It's a decent approach.
32.
You would fancy that leg 7 should be in the book. It is now, but that's not Aden Kirk's biggest problem.
Game on.
In order to win this match, he still needs 4 more. But all he can do in leg 8 is win this and keep the match alive.
134.
This is where you have to dig deep mentally and be in a nice, relaxed spot, even though this is a stressful situation.
140.
This is the epitome of what sports psychologists talk about. Be comfortable
140.
with being uncomfortable. You're nervous, but that's okay.
100.
I think sometimes if you're in this kind of spot, if you've come through a game like this before, you have to remember the positive side of that and think, I've done it before, I can do it again.
140.
Kirk will have to just try and summon memories of 11 years ago. Caliber of players that he was beating. Try and remember that he's very capable. 90 left, should be the treble 18.
131. Here we go, 121.
The 130 was a beauty. The 131 was a beautiful setup. Treble 17 was needed for a go at the bull. And this could be Aden Kirk's last dart of the tournament.
His facial expression tells you that he thinks it's the end. I think he might be right, because the doubling from Haupai has been exceptional. It's not in. Is this next one? A reprieve, and it feels like the first time that the New Zealander has failed on the outer ring, visit-wise.
It's the first time he's failed with 3 darts in hand. But he has not been punished. Maybe a sense that the last dart there was a bit rushed from Aden Kirk. Puha is going straight at double 9.
Game shot.
Fifth time of asking, fifth time lucky. Haupai Puha